camera. Bill Barrett, so far a third placing, after replacing Kai Niemi, who dislocated his shoulder. Ready now for heat 15. Phil Crump, a brilliant start on the outside, and on the inside of him was Karl Meier. The two of them wrestle for the lead as they go through turn 1. Meier gets the benefit as they come out of turn 2, snatches the lead down the back straight, loses his red cap, comes very wide now as he tries to figure a way around the outside. Have a look at the position that he's in, getting coated with dust and grit. End of lap number 1. Somebody's bike beginning to break up a little bit under the strain. Quite a nasty misfire, in fact, out of turn 2. Crump and Meier have broken away from the other two riders, and Barrett and Spink are really starting to struggle. In fact, Barrett right at the back of the field. But Phil Crump again starts to try and find a way through on the inside. Can't do it. Karl Meier pops a wheelie. You can see the popular line starting to appear on the course now. And as John explained before, this is a crucial time for Pirelli tyres because they're experimenting with all sorts of different patterns and compounds. And apparently a number of the riders have been changing different compounds. Those track conditions have started to change towards the end of the evening. A white flag out, 1 lap remaining. Karl Meier, Phil Crump, can the three-time Australian champion get up to pick up his second victory this evening? So far, a second, a third and a first. He's had one of everything. Turn 3. Crump again, a lot of pace, but he can't do much about this flying Karl Meier, who's really turning on the show. Down to the checkered flag, Crump in second, a race time of 1 minute 29.2. The man who's rapidly becoming the Melbourne hero at the moment, Simon Wigg from the United Kingdom in the white cap. Infamous, or perhaps famous, for his monowheels in the first 3 and 4 heats. Simon Wigg so far with 2 wins in a second. And as they come up now for heat number 16, he'll join the Dutchman, Henny Crozier, also Vaclav Werner, and Kim Major, son of Ivan. Standing by for a start with Werner not quite settled into position. Closest to the camera, we can just see the yellow cap there of Kim Major. Crozier with the red cap. They're spread out all over the place like Brown's cows this time. This time they're ready. Tape goes up. Kim Major was caught napping, and the man that took all the gains from it was Simon Wigg. Watch the crowd erupt as this man comes down the back straight. Simon Wigg in the white cap. A hot shot from the United Kingdom. Somebody's lost their red cap. That was Henny Crozier. Simon Wigg pitches it sideways. Pumped with adrenaline as he comes out of turn 4. Down to win lap number 1. Up in a second placing, Kim Major. Not a bad recovery considering his start. And here he goes again. Simon Wigg. Ever the wheelie man. Wanders out to about mid-course now, searching for some smooth territory, then touchdown tight, another wheelie. Kim Major scratching his head, wondering how he can close that gap. Werner still in third place in the blue, and Henny Crozier in fourth placing in the red. What can you say about this man here? Simon Wigg is turning on everybody here at the moment. About 16,000 people rising to their feet every time he does it. The 24-year-old from Buckinghamshire is absolutely running away with heat number 16. He's been in one world individual final at Gothenburg in Sweden in 1984 and rapidly becoming one of the men who's likely to fill the shoes of people like Ivan Major at the end of their careers. Down on the checkered flag again, another marvellous performance, raced off the second and just barely getting it there was Kim Major, narrowly ahead of the Dutchman Henny Crozier. After 4 heats at the Royal Melbourne Showgrounds, with 1 heat still to come before they qualify with the top 6 point scorers going into the final, that is the situation. Simon Wigg, the Englishman, the leader with 11 points. Peter Collins with 10 points. Then 3 people all sharing 9. Rod Hunter, Kelvin Tatum and Ivan Major. And then the hometown hero, Phil Crump in 6th with 8 points. Ivan Major coming out in the red cap now for heat number 17. And the 45-year-old New Zealander is looking pretty good at the moment. One of the riders sharing 9 points and still well and truly in there with a chance of qualifying for the final and perhaps taking victory here this evening at the Royal Melbourne Showgrounds. He's drawn lane number 1. Alongside him in the blue will be Rod Hunter. Further across then, another of the majors, it's Kim Major with the white cap, and then drawing the 4th lane on the outside in the yellow cap will be Mike Spink. That is, of course, if he turns up. Kim Major there in the white. Spink nowhere to be seen, in fact, as I look around the course, so perhaps just 3 riders lining up for this one. In the starter's hands, the tape rises. This should be a good battle between Major in the red and Hunter in the blue, and it's Hunter at the moment who's got the grab. Snatching the lead away from the other 2 riders as they come down the back straight now for the first time. Major loses his red cap. Rod Hunter, you can see his aggression written right all over him at the moment because he is flying. The steering head of the machine absolutely shaking as he comes in towards turn 1. Rod Hunter on the Wesley, Ivan Major on the Jawa. Turn 3. One of the riders has gone missing. In fact, it would appear to be Kim Major, so it's a 2-horse race. Rod Hunter versus Ivan Major. Major so far with 3 wins, a hat-trick, a DNF for his first appearance, and Rod Hunter so far with 2 wins, a second and a third. And at this stage of the game, I'd be bold enough to predict that Ivan Major can't really do too much about the young Victorian. The white flag about to be displayed. There's less than 1 lap remaining now for Rod Hunter as he comes down towards turn number 1. Has a chance now to sit up, widens his line just a little bit, breathes a little easier. He knows that he's got an extra 3 points, and that puts him in good shape now for the final. Down towards the checkered flag. And Rod Hunter will take it in a time of 1:30.8, the slowest time of the evening, and Ivan Major second placing for 2 points. The field lining up in this one, Henny Crozier in the red, Zoltán Adorján in the blue, Mark Fiora has white, and on the outside the man I spoke of before, Karl Meyer. My money would be going on Meyer. The German rider has been very good so far tonight. A win, a second and a third. Jumping very well though was Crozier, but quickly sneaking through on the inside in the blue was Adorján. And in fact, as they come down out towards turn number 3, it's Mark Fiora who starts to assert himself. So they're all mixing it up here at the moment. 2 abreast as they came out of turn 4, side by side down towards turn 1. Mark Fiora with the white. On the outside of him is Adorján. He glances over towards the left and sees Fiora sneaking through now and consolidating that lead. Fiora the leader. Adorján coming up into second placing with the blue, removes the tear-offs away from the front of his goggles. In third position in the yellow is Karl Meyer. Proving the commentator wrong at the moment. I thought he would have been up there. In fact, he's losing ground. Mark Fiora. Performances so far haven't been that flash. 2 seconds and a third so far for him. He comes up now to the white flag. If he plays his cards right, he'll take 3 points for this one. Adorján in second place, wearing the blue cap. 2 seconds and 2 thirds so far for him, so he hasn't been too flash either. Up towards the checkered flag now. Fiora, his first win for the evening. Those 3 points will be welcome. Down to the checkered flag in a race time at 1:30.4. Adorján in second placing. And in third placing, the West German Karl Meyer. Standing by for a start now as Tatum picks up his position on the starting line. Castanio's been performing better towards the end of the night. Watch out for him. The tape rises. And getting a very good jump was Tatum in the blue. Quickly up into second place was the Italian Castagno. Barrett into third placing and dropping back out towards the rear. With the yellow cap was Werner. In fact, he got a pretty miserable sort of a start. Coming out now of turn number 4. And it's Tatum, the man they had to wait for, and now they're watching the back of him as he goes down towards turn number 1, establishing a very good lead. Armando Castagno, the Italian, in second placing. Oh, this is an excellent performance from Kelvin Tatum, whose performances so far might just scrape him into the final. End of lap number 2. Has around about a 40-metre lead over his nearest rival at the moment, who is the Italian Castagno. Right behind him in third place is Werner, and dropping out to the back of the field now in the black cap is Bill Barrett. Kelvin Tatum, his body almost off the line as he went in towards turn number 3, using plenty of body English, acknowledges the white flag, 1 lap remaining. Still the same gap between first and second, but the dice for second and third is far from resolved at the moment because Castagno is barely hanging on from Werner. Down the back straight, Werner throws out the challenge as we watch the leader now coming out of turn number 4. Down towards the checkered flag, it's going to be another fairly slow time. In fact, a very slow time, 1 minute 30.04. Second placing resolved and going in favour of Castagno, the Italian, in second. Werner in third place, the yellow. Bill Barrett bringing up the rear in fourth. Official time, 1 minute 30.04. The final of the qualifying heats coming up now. Heat 20. The man we look at on screen is Phil Crump, Mildura in the red cap. He will join Hans Nielsen, the man there in the blue cap, who we believe had electrical problems in the fourth heat. Peter Collins in the white cap alongside him at the moment, and Simon Wigg in the yellow. Simon Wigg, the man who comes now to this fifth and final heat. Fifth and final appearance for him with a total of 11 points. There's Crump, 3-time Australian champion. Regular, of course, to Europe. Peter Collins, former world champion. And the man who has got them leaping out there this evening, Simon Wigg. This should be a good one. In fact, this has all the promise of the best heat so far tonight. Wigg closest to camera. Peter Collins in the white. Hans Nielsen in the blue. Not happy, repositions. Crump, the nervous of the bunch. Tate goes up and Wigg got a very good jump, and he uses it well. Comes back down in front of everybody and straight to the lead at turn 1. Nielsen in second placing in the blue. They're playing for keeps in this final appearance. Wigg the leader, down the back straight. Nielsen in second. Crumpy's struggling for third, in fact now dropping out to what looks like it might be fourth, but Simon Wigg is running hot. He said he wants to win, he wants to impress his crowd. Out of turn number 2, Simon Wigg, Nielsen in second, Phil Crump now back to fourth placing, and Peter Collins in third. They are absolutely flying at the moment, but they've been lapping down around about the 20-21 second mark, and have a look at Nielsen. Nielsen looking for a way through on the inside, mixing his lines up as much as he possibly can. Wigg has a glance over, loses his cap in the process. Coming round now to greet the white flag, just 1 lap of this remaining. Simon Wigg, Hans Nielsen. A dreadful run for Nielsen so far tonight with problems in a couple of occasions, but he wants to come back in the final appearance. Simon Wigg taunting him, looking over his shoulder once more. Down towards the third turn. Have a look at Nielsen. If he does it, it'll be incredible. Simon Wigg on the inside, Nielsen on the outside, down to the checkered flag, and Wigg the winner. Absolutely incredible. Very hard to split. When I say Wigg the winner, I think it was 1:29.2 was the time. Well, absolutely amazing. Simon Wigg on the right, Hans Nielsen on the left. My suggestion is that Wigg would have got through. They come now to the final tonight. 6 laps this one for the Silkaline final for this evening after 20 fast and furious heats. Simon Wigg with 13 points, the man who's really shone out there. Wigg wearing the blue cap. The field roars away from the line. Nielsen came out very quick in the white, and John McNeil, this is going to be an absolute blistering event.
It's a really terrific out there. Nielsen stretches away with Wigg down right behind him on the back straight.
Nielsen, the leader in the white cap. Coming out now of turn number 4. Into lap number 1. Challenging on the inside is Wig. Wig has been the man to watch right throughout the evening.
Calvin Tatum there in third position. Ivan Major in fourth, just coming under Calvin there on the second turn, but it's still Nielsen with Wig right on his back wheel.
Have a look at this. Here comes Wig. Round the outside, couldn't do it. Now it goes for a tight line. Showered with dirt and rubbish in the process. But Nielsen, the man who's had a pretty run sort of an evening, but just got enough points together to get into the final, might now turn the tables. Teroff comes away from his goggles. Simon Wig. No time for monowheels this time. Tatum still in third. You can forget the rest. The two leaders have got this on their own. Simon Wig hugging the inside, looking for a way through on Nielsen.
You see Wig there putting his head down to try and avoid getting showered goggles with some of the muck from Nielsen's back wheel.
Extra 2 laps in this one. This is the final. Simon Wig from the United Kingdom, wishing that he had an extra 5 brake horsepower as he tries to do something about the leader. Down to turn 3. Nielsen gets out wide. Is he searching for a better ride or did he push it too hard? Wig pushing it to the limit. The bike starts to kick back. The white flag comes out. Less than a lap remaining. Here comes Wig.
Looks like he's done him.
He's done it. Simon Wig got through.
Oh, what a ride.
New leader. The 24-year-old from Buckinghamshire in England goes to the lead.
What a ride.
And Hans Nielsen drops back. Can he come back? Simon Wig has done it. What a ride.
Fantastic ride from Simon Wig.
What a ride from Simon Wig. Incredible stuff. Wig told us in the interview that he wanted to win this event, and that is exactly what he did. After some spectacular speedway here in Melbourne this evening, the man who was undoubtedly the hero of the Melbourne crowd, Simon Wig, congratulations, a great performance.
Thanks very much. Thoroughly enjoyed myself, really had a good time.
Well, you told us in an earlier interview that you were aiming for a win here tonight, and the 16,000 odd people in the crowd out there were right behind you all the way. I said before in the commentary that I doubt whether 1,000 people here would have known you before the event, but I'd say they all know you now. Those wheelies were magnificent.
Well, thanks very much. You know, it was just, you know, when you're enjoying yourself like I thoroughly have tonight, and the track's so good, you know, you can't help but sort of get over flamboyant at times, you know, because you're really enjoying yourself and having a good time. And, you know, I'm glad everybody enjoyed the